September 30th, 1999, Tokai Mura, Japan. A flash of blue light, a wave of heat. In less than a second, Hiroshi Ouchi absorbed more radiation than any human being has ever survived. He spent 83 days dying. This is the story of the man who should have died instantly, but was forced to die slowly. The most radioactive human being in history. This episode contains detailed descriptions of radiation injury and medical trauma. Viewer discretion is advised. Hiroshi Ouchi was 35 years old, a nuclear fuel conversion technician at Tokai Mura. September 30th was supposed to be a routine day. His team was mixing uranium solution, fuel for a reactor. Procedure demanded careful, controlled mixing. Instead, they used buckets. They poured 16 kilograms of enriched uranium into a bucket. The critical mass threshold is just 2.4 kilograms. At 10:35 a.m., the solution achieved criticality. A flash of blue Cherenkov light filled the room. A nuclear chain reaction, uncontrolled. Ouchi, standing directly over the bucket, absorbed 17 sieverts. 1 sievert causes radiation sickness. 5 can kill half of those exposed. 10 is certain death. 17 is incompatible with life. His colleagues Masato Shinohara and Yutaka Yokokawa took lower but still lethal doses. All 3 collapsed almost immediately. When he arrived at the University of Tokyo Hospital, Ouchi seemed almost fine, conscious, talking. He reportedly said, "I think I'm fine." He wasn't. Under the microscope, his chromosomes were shattered. Where doctors expected to see orderly X-shaped structures, they saw almost nothing. Radiation at that level doesn't just damage DNA, it destroys it. Without a blueprint, cells can't repair, can't divide, can't replace themselves. Within days, his white blood cell count crashed towards zero. His bone marrow, the blood factory, was effectively dead. His skin began to fail, not from an external burn, but from the inside out. The barrier that keeps infection and fluid in simply dissolved. Doctors threw everything they had at him. Stem cell transplants, skin grafts, continuous transfusions, experimental therapies. By week 3, his intestinal lining was sloughing off. He was bleeding internally, continuously. His body was decomposing while he was still alive. The radiation had erased his ability to heal. The blueprint was gone. Every dying cell stayed dead. So why were doctors still keeping him alive? His family wanted everything possible done. In Japan, family wishes carry enormous weight. The medical team complied. By week 6, Ouchi reportedly wrote, "I can't take it anymore." His body failing, his pain immense, he begged to be allowed to die. Here the case becomes an ethical fracture point. Patient autonomy versus family consent. Relief of suffering versus the pursuit of knowledge. Critics argue Ouchi became an unwitting experiment. His suffering prolonged not for his benefit, but so medicine could watch what radiation does at the extremes. In Japanese medical culture, families often speak for the patient, especially when the patient is incapacitated. That context matters, but it doesn't erase the questions. On December 21st, 1999, after 83 days, his heart stopped for the final time. This time, doctors did not bring him back. Masato Shinohara, his colleague, fought for 7 more months before dying of similar complications. Only Yokokawa survived after months of treatment. The accident triggered criminal charges, nuclear safety overhauls, and the permanent closure of the Tokai Mura facility. It also reshaped radiation safety standards worldwide, proof that one shortcut in one building can echo through an entire industry. Ouchi became toxic in the most literal way, radioactive, dangerous to be near, monitored like a living reactor. His case forces a brutal question. We can keep a body alive long after it should die, but when does prolonging life become prolonging death? Behind the headlines and ethics debates were 2 men, Hiroshi Ouchi and Masato Shinohara. Workers, husbands, sons, human beings. Across this series, we've met people labeled toxic by chemistry, by microbes, by smell, by immune collapse, by radiation. None of them chose it. Gloria Ramirez, Mary Mallon, those living with trimethylaminuria, the TGN 142 volunteers, Hiroshi Ouchi, all human, all toxic, all deserving of dignity. Thank you for watching. If you want to learn more about radiation safety, medical ethics, or support for those harmed by nuclear accidents, explore the resources at the end of this episode.